Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to show you how I made the beat for Gone. So, right off bat, I knew I wanted these like big, grand digital synths just sounding crazy all up in your face. So I found this preset in Omnisphere. Classic Sing Ke Sento. I'm sure I pronounced that correctly. And I don't think I really messed with it much in Omnisphere. I just put an EQ on, some distortion, and I did this progression here. It's in F minor. Nice. I'm not even going to try to explain my logic on this progression. I made this like 2 years ago. And my whole thing with creating progressions and like melodies and stuff like that is like just kind of, I just click stuff until it sounds good. You know what I mean? Like I have a basic idea of what chords are in the scale and what notes are in the scale, and then I just go from there, and I just trial and error basically. So that's what I did here. I knew I wanted, the only thing I knew I wanted was I knew I wanted it to descend and then ascend like it does at the beginning here. So those 6 hits are the same 3 chords throughout. It's just they go down and then they go up. And I like how that sounded. So after I did the chords, I knew I wanted a top line of some sort. So that's what you're hearing in the... That's these top notes here. That was loud. Yeah, same thing. I just kind of went within the scale and played around until I found something that sounded good. And so that's the main progression. Whoops. Right? And then I just layered it with the same sound, same progression, just an octave down. Just to give it body, so it's not so thin. So those together. Yeah, sounds crazy. And then that's all of the music. So the drums, I knew I wanted the drums to be, because the synths were so large and so grand and take up so much of the space in the mix, I knew I wanted the drums to be thin and just like smaller sounding. So I started with this rim shot here. Yeah, just a basic rim shot, basic pattern, a little bouncy in between hits, and this hi-hat. This hi-hat. Lots of rolls and stuff, you know, keep it bouncy. And I actually did a second hi-hat progression, just a triplet, a little gallop. And when I did that, I also changed the snare. So this is the snare I threw in at that part. So the hi-hat and the snare together. And then the hi-hat and the rim shot together. Yeah, you get the idea. It's drums. And then the kick is here. Little kick roll at the end here. very punchy. Yeah, I didn't want like a deep low kick, just because again I didn't want it to muddy up the mix, because there's already so much like mid to low end in this mix from the synth. But I did do this 808. Oh, first I did this, so the open hat just goes along with the kick. Yeah, just pretty straightforward stuff. So that with the kick. Yeah. And then the 808. So this is the 808 progression. Nasty stuff. And I forgot to take off the side chain, because I side chained it to the kick, so every time the kick hits the 808 ducks, that's why it was sounding a little strange. So this is without it. Really interesting. Yeah, that's super weird. I did like 808 chords here. So those two are hitting at the same time, and these two are hitting at the same time. I have no memory of why I did that, but sounds pretty cool. Just goes to show, just to mess around until something works out, right? Okay, so this is all the drums together. Plus 808. And then the second part. Yeah, so the thing about this beat is like it sounds like there's a lot going on just because the synths are so large, and like the drums are pretty bouncy, and like the hi-hat's pretty intricate and stuff, but really it's just one synth and normal like kick, snare, hi-hat, and then 808. Yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but this is my favorite part of the beat. So I was like, there's a beat break here right before the second chorus. I want to do something in between. And I was like, I want to do some like weird bass, like synth bass stabs. So I found this preset in Omnisphere. Which one is it? Oh. Perky Pluckers. It's not playing for some reason. Yeah. Just sounds really weird and like really EDM-y. So now I was like, that is like, it's cool, but I want a little more bass. So I layered it with this one. Which one is this? This is the Tom Tom bass. I just kind of go through presets until I find the sound I want, and then I work with it from there. But yeah, this is what that one sounds like by itself. Yeah, definitely more plucky bass rather than just like plucky kind of lead. So those two together sounds crazy. And of course, you know, I'm using Saturn 2 just to put some distortion on pretty much everything in this song. So that, let's hear that break. Yeah, that's the whole beat. Shit's crazy. It sounds great. And, you know, I'm pretty proud of myself for me 2 years ago making this beat. So pretty cool, you know? So you know what to do next, and that is go stream this shit.